Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I am currently sat here with a bag of peas on my knee because I've just made my knee bad. I trained legs at Ultraflex on Saturday, which was an epic session, and after this clip I'll roll that footage. But yeah, basically knee was slightly inflamed after that session, and then I trained legs again on Tuesday, probably not given enough recovery. But it felt painful, but it's felt painful for the last few weeks, and I've kind of just pushed through it. But basically, did the first set of hacks, went all out. It was a big set, and then when it came to the second one, I first rep down, bottomed out, just couldn't do it at the bottom. So yeah, basically, bottomed out that session. Couldn't really do much more. I did try to do some leg extensions and some Bulgarian split squats, and that was about it. So yeah, had a little GP consult call. He's given me some exercises to do, but they're like strengthening exercises, and I just feel like my legs are already at a level of strength that's more than body weight. So I don't know how much that's going to do, but basically I'm not training for the next few days, trying to give my body a bit of rest, and I'm just running a course of like ibuprofen, anti-inflammatories, icing it 3-4 times a day, and just hoping that I can go back to it slowly afterwards. But yeah, it's literally one thing after another. I'm just injured all the time, and it's just doing my head in, and I don't know, it's just really annoying. But anyway, we'll move on. Yeah, as I said, we went to Ultraflex on Saturday. This was the workout. I didn't really do any talking before or after because I was with some training partners, and I just didn't film. I just thought I'd film like the sets and stuff. So I hope you enjoy that footage. Really good session, awesome gym. Great to see some familiar faces in there as well, which was pretty cool to see. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Please like, please subscribe, and drop a comment if you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.
Nothing can ever break us. The future is now, I don't believe in later. I keep it pushing till I meet my maker. Real legends never die, they become greater. I put in work, look where I wound up.
So, I hope you enjoyed that little edit video. I thought I'd do a little voiceover. Haven't done one of those yet, because the music in Ultraflex is very loud, and I definitely think I'll get copyrighted. So, let's do a voiceover then, let's go. So, the first exercise that I did was a adductor using this new Gym Shop adductor machine. Similar one that we've got an M10, but it didn't have any handles to push it, so getting in and out was really weird. Not weird, difficult. Luckily my my mobility was okay, so I was able to get in and out, but that was pretty good. My adductors recently have been aching like crazy, so volume on this was pretty low. I just did one set rest pause with I think 4 or 5 plates on. Nothing too crazy, but it was enough to stimulate and get me ready for the rest of the session. I think adductors are a really important body part to train. A lot of people think, oh, they're just for girls, but they're not, and they create an illusion of a thick leg. We then moved on to a seated ham curl. This was the Life Fitness one, which I haven't used this exact one before. It was good. There was a nice drop off at the end, but it was just quite painful on the quads. The pad would sit right on the... It was quite a thin pad, and it used to just sit, and it just sat right on the quad, and the pressure actually from bracing and stuff was like too much, so I had to basically just deal with it. I just dealt with it, but it was a bit painful. Nearly had the stack on this, which was pretty good. I mean, if I go to Ultraflex again and train, I'll be certain by then I'll be able to stack it. And here, spot on this movement is quite important because you fail in the shortened range very easily. And what I mean by this is, as you bring that pad closer to your bum, as you curl under effectively, the closer you get, the harder it is. So often you need that spot for the end range just to give you that help to fully contract the hamstring. Often the length and range, you've still got more in there. So it's important to communicate with the spot, and that's good here where Robin knows that, no, I'll fail on that bottom half, but not the top half. So I do the top bit myself, and he just comes in at the end and finishes it off. You've probably noticed this is a bit of a hamstring focused session. So we then move on to RDLs. This is a movement that I enjoy, but I've always done with a belt in the past, but I'm trying to focus on actually not wearing a belt, using my erectors and just lifting sort of like raw without a belt. It's not been great because I keep getting like a lower back pain. It's not a bad pain, but it's this dull, aching pain where it feels like my back will go. I think I just need to do it more. I just need to get on with it. And my top set here is only like 145 kilos, which is pretty terrible. I've had like 190 on there with a belt for, but anyway, I'll let you listen. Here I'm focusing on driving my hips back as it is a hip hinge, getting an adequate amount of range of motion, depth on it, really keeping everything tight, core, back, upper back, glute tight, and just thinking the internal stimulus here isn't too important in my opinion. And then it wasn't the best. My back, as I said, felt a bit odd. Robin really showed me up here. He's doing 160 kilos, which is a weight that I should be lifting, which I can lift it. That's not out of my range, but anyway, he nailed that set, which was very good. I think he got that for 6 or something like that. We then moved on to the back off, which I probably should have done first. It was something that before I kind of forgot that doing the back off first actually helped me. It really warmed up my back, and as the set progressed, I felt better. Something measly on here like 125 kilos, which in hindsight was a little bit easy. I got 12 reps and I didn't really hit failure. So yeah, that was good. The rack was actually set a bit high on this, and I flipping nearly dropped at the end. Luckily, Robin came over and saved me from the day. Thirdly, we moved on to pendulum squat. This is not Atlantis or Watson. I think it's unbranded actually. It doesn't have anything on. It's quite nice, quite smooth, but I actually found that where the beam was actually too close, and I kept hitting my knee on it. I didn't really know what weight I was using here because I haven't done it before. So stuck a plate on, felt good, felt easy. 2 plates, easy. 3 plates felt quite easy as well, which was lucky. And I then moved on to 3.5 plates for my top set, which I actually got 11 reps for, which was pretty good. I want to show the raw clip of this, but the speaker was actually right in the wall, and I'll just get copyrighted. So I'll talk you through the set. I'm here thinking about trying to get a nice controlled eccentric tempo. Probably could have gone a little bit slower, but I think just the adrenaline stuff wanted me to get through it. It was a weight I haven't lifted before, so I just wanted to nail the set. I'm getting full depth on this, and going to absolute failure. I got 11 reps on this, which I was very happy with decent form. The end portion of that rep, so with the Atlantis hack, as you get out the hold, of a pendulum squat, it's really difficult. So you get to the bottom and it's so hard to drive up. But then as you get halfway through, it becomes easier. Whereas I found this was the opposite on this. It was difficult. It was okay to push up halfway, and the end bit was so tough. Luckily the spot came in there. I then moved on to doing 4 plates for a back off. Normally, I don't normally do that. I normally drop the load by around 20%, but because I'd almost done my back off rep range first, which is normally like a 10 to 15, and I got 11, I thought I'd go put the weight up and go heavier. In hindsight, it was probably a little bit heavy, and I probably should have done it first because I only got 6 reps on it with 4 plates, but that's something that I haven't done before, and yeah, which I was really, really happy with. Moving on next to a leg extension, the prime leg extension, fantastic piece of kit. Got this in a lot of gyms now actually, M10 as well. Unfortunately, I only had 4 plates on this, which is such poverty for me. But my knee was just like hurting at this point, and in that lengthened and shortened range of the movement, I just had too much pain. The mid portion was fine, but it was just causing me too much pain. Loading the weight on the top pin, so basically as you go through the movement, it gets gradually lighter, starts heavy and gets lighter as the weight moves from the axis of rotation. So where the thing's set up and it moves, if you load it in the middle, it will stay sort of in an arc if you load it in the middle one, whereas at the top it actually goes away from it, so it becomes lighter at the top, which is matching the strength profile and of the quad to the resistance profile of the machine, because as you go up, your quad, it's actually so much harder to get the quad short. Often I place this first in a movement, but we didn't on this session. Robin here doing 6 plates, which is something that I could do. I had 8 plates on here once, and yeah, it makes me feel a bit rubbish. And then yeah, finally moving on to the single leg press. This is a Watson one, same one we've got at M10, but it was so much smoother. It actually felt too smooth, like it moved up and down so easily. Our one gets stuck and it causes all sorts of problems. I think I had 6 plates on this maybe, or yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, very good. I was kind of burnt out by here. My knee was hurting a little bit, and this was concluded with the session. So yeah, it was a great session all in all. We finished with a bit of biceps because we're now tagging biceps onto leg day, so we're getting volume over 3 days a week, just because we're both tall, we both have like long limbs, and our arms are a little bit of a weakness, unfortunately. So we're just getting that frequency up, nailing the execution. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Awesome gym, definitely recommend. All of the Ultraflexes are good. I've been to the one in Hull, I've been to the one in Rotherham. It's very good. Next week's video will probably be something a bit different because we are in isolation. 3 of my housemates have tested positive for coronavirus, so I can't go to the gym for the next 2 weeks. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest. I might do a home workouts, but I flipping hate them. I don't like doing them. I'd rather just rest up. I need to get my knee back fixed, so I'll focus on that. And yeah, maybe I'll do some sort of full day of eating, but then again, I'm not going to be eating training day calories because we're going to be expending any calories. You're not even allowed to go out for a walk or anything when you're in isolation. So my net output is going to be like, I don't know, less than 1,000 steps a day. So I'm going to have to bring my calories down, otherwise I'm just going to put on fat. So I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see what the video is next week. Please tune in, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.